What's up, guys? Okay, gonna record a little video about, actually first, I'm on a nice little pitch here, some of you might recognize her, and it's about how we want to use facts to kill feelings. We want to do this because feelings, emotions, shoulds, expectations, things like this are quite often one of the biggest killers of our motivation, our confidence and our progress. I was reminded of this today doing a masterclass with one of my mentors, and he was talking about it, and it kind of just made me think there was actually a couple of you guys this week that really need to hear it. One of you I was having a conversation with this week and kind of belittling your progress quite a lot. And then there was another two of you with your check-ins that were being really self-critical on yourself. And then another one with someone who has kind of had their head a little bit buried in the sand about a couple of things. And they're the kind of two extremes that we want to talk about here today, and how we're going to use facts to actually stop our feelings from fucking us over. So like I said, we kind of got two different individuals there in this sense, as we have the person who is constantly being self-critical and belittling their progress, regardless of how good it is or whatever. And then you have somebody else who maybe could be doing better, or the progress isn't quite what it should be, but they're kind of letting their feelings get in the way of seeing what's actually going on, let's say. So how is facing facts, say, gonna help us out here? Well, if you go with option A, okay, the person who's constantly belittling their progress or tearing themselves down, being self-critical, they might have had, say, an expectation or something of, oh, I think I should have lost this much, or I should be doing better, or I could be doing better, or I could be trying harder. And that's your feelings, that's your expectations. But if you get away from them and take a step back and you look at the actual facts, the facts of the matter might actually be, okay, well, maybe I expected to lose this much, but I didn't hit it, or, you know, maybe I'm being unrealistic with that, but that's different. But the facts of the matter might actually be, well, maybe it's the most consistent I've been with exercise and healthy eating ever in my life. There's two people in particular who are going to be hitting their year mark with me tomorrow. I haven't forgotten about that, girls. I never forget. I remember everything, and I see everything as well. I know everything. But okay, so maybe it's the most consistent you've been. Maybe you're watching your portion sizes more than you ever have. Maybe your clothes are fitting better. Maybe your mood is better, your energy is better, your sleep is better. Maybe you're accounting for food better. Maybe you're saying no to temptation more than you ever have. Maybe you're stronger than you've ever been. Maybe your body is looking more toned than it ever has. Maybe you're feeling way better about yourself. Maybe you're getting compliments off people. Maybe you're eating more fruit. Maybe you're eating more veg. Maybe you're eating more protein than you've ever eaten. You know, there could be a whole list of things that is going on. You're not eating as much crap as you used to be. You're not as lethargic as you used to be. And you have all these things that are the facts of what's really going on. And if you're that kind of a person who's always being really self-critical no matter what, you really need to focus on those facts. Because if you're looking at the other thing, the emotional side, the feeling of it, of I should be doing better, or I could be doing better, and being self-critical, that's fucking exhausting. And that's sucking the life out of you. It's sucking your motivation and your confidence, and it's just tearing it all down. Whereas if you're looking at these facts and writing it down is a big thing as well. Doing this stuff is like being the biggest thing ever for me. But focusing on the actual facts of the matter, yeah, you might have expected to do more, you might have wanted to hit more, but all of a sudden you're looking at all these facts of all these areas where you have made progress, and that's powerful. Because you're giving yourself the confidence that you need, and it's feeding into the momentum and the motivation, and it's going to make you more, I don't know, powerful, keep it up, stay at it, confident, whatever it might be. But it's way, way, way more constructive than letting your feelings cloud your judgment. But then you have person B, okay? So you're looking at this person and you're like, okay, well, they're a little bit stuck in their head, but for a different reason, and they're kind of maybe not looking at the information or being as honest with themselves as they could be, and they're like, oh, it's not fair, nothing ever works for me, and I'm like this special little person, and I'm different to everybody else, but I'm trying everything, I'm doing everything I can, and I just can't do it. And you know, we get caught in our heads sometimes like that when things aren't going the way we want them to. But if you remove the emotion, if you remove your feelings, if you remove that element, and then you step back and you look at things really honestly, really objectively, and just deal in the facts of what's going on, you'll probably come up with stuff like this. Well, I haven't really been hitting the portion guidelines that well. I've probably been snacking on stuff a little bit more than I should have. Maybe I've been binging a little bit in front of the TV, or maybe I've been emotional eating. I haven't been taking photos of everything. I haven't been accounting for everything. The weekend rolls along. I kind of go off track a good bit on the weekend, and I'm really not accounting for that stuff. You know, maybe I've been missing workouts. Maybe I haven't been as active as I could have been. And you suddenly have a list of things where you can fucking improve. And you go from being this helpless little victim, feeling sorry for yourself and like nothing's ever going to work, to all of a sudden having a list of stuff that you can use constructively to go, okay, I have a list of things here that I can improve. I'm going to pick a couple of them and start working on them. Rather than being stuck in your own head in this kind of feelings and emotions about how it's not fair and it's different for you and you're special. Now you've got facts. And that's not about beating yourself up or being critical of yourself or being like you're not good enough or you should be trying harder. You don't want to go down that road. This is just about looking at things constructively and saying, okay, here's the cold hard facts. So now I've got a list of things I can improve. It gives you a plan. Now you've got a plan you can go and work on. You've gone from being a victim to having a plan. In both situations, your feelings are going to fuck you over. Because in situation one, you're doing really well, but you're making yourself feel like you're not doing great, which is stripping your confidence. But then you look at the facts and all of a sudden you're building into that confidence and you get a little bit of momentum. Then you're like, you know what, I'm doing really well here. In option B, you're a victim until you look at the facts. Now you've got a plan. Now you've got shit you can work on and improve. Now you're able to be more honest with yourself. And this has been, like I said, it's been the most important thing I've ever done. I've actually got a thing called an experience transformer that a mentor gave to me. And it's essentially a few questions. So no matter what happens, if something happens and I feel I should have done better, or it didn't go the way I wanted it to, or I'm getting a little bit in my own head and I'm like, oh, it's not fair. 1, what's the problem? 2, what worked? 3, what didn't work? 4, what could I improve? Or what would I do differently next time? And then 5, what's the plan? What am I actually going to do about it? Facts, not feelings, guys. Right, I'm going to go in and train. Just my arms though. Don't worry, not going to bust this back up.